Hi, and welcome to the July, it's July already, July 2015 installment of our Zoho Tips and Tricks webinar. I'm Suzanne from the Marks Group, and I have, like every month, 3 tips for you today to share. And if you get our newsletter, you know that the 3 tips I'm going to be going over is 1, the CRM contact extractor, which offers an easy way to pull information from the web, specifically Google Chrome, and just copy something, hit a button, and be able to create a lead right from that instead of having to key everything in to create a lead or a contact. So that's a contact extractor. And this second thing is feeds, relatively new in Zoho CRM. I think it came out last year sometime. So I just want to go over the feeds module and explain how that works and what it can do for you. And thirdly, we're going to go up into Zoho campaigns, which I've talked about before, but it's a really great email marketing tool that integrates nicely with your CRM. And we're going to talk about specifically chain campaigns. So let's get into this. I'm going to switch over to share my desktop, and we'll demonstrate how the contact extractor works. So I'm just going to switch to screen share. Okay. I'm going to deny that. So contact extractor. The contact extractor lives right up here. Again, it is limited right now to Google Chrome. You can purchase it in the Google Chrome Web Store. So just Google Chrome Web Store, and the web store will come up. And then in the search box, type Zoho Contact Extractor, and here's what it looks like. So you can download it. It's free. It's a free tool. So you just click on it and download it. It's offered as an extension. And once you do that, then you get the little handshake that appears up here in the upper right-hand corner. So to demonstrate how the contact extractor works, it's really tailored for email signatures. So but it will work with any text. So basically any text that's displaying in your Google Chrome. So right now I'm in my Zoho CRM and I'm in my email client. So say you get an email from a new person and you want to add them as a lead or a contact in your CRM. So I can just take all the information, highlight it, click Contact Extractor, and it does its best guess at identifying the different pieces of the information and where it goes. So for this one, it actually did a pretty good job. One thing it did not pick up, because it's not in the text, is her email address. So I can just go back in here and find her email address. Oh, it's right here. And just highlight that, copy and paste that right in. So it's always a good practice to review how well it did in guessing. And like I said, with this one, it did a pretty good job. It actually did a great job. And so I can go ahead now, and I'm going to add her as a contact because I've already been dealing with people from her company. She's just somebody new, so I'm going to add her as a contact. And there she is. Now she's in my system, and I didn't have to go back and forth and create a new contact record and key everything in. It's really sweet. I was very happy when I discovered that little application, or that little extension. So that is the contact extractor. Okay, let's move on to item number 2, which is feeds. Feeds is very similar. If you're a social media user, feeds is very similar to like a Facebook wall, or it really does resonate much more with Facebook rather than any of the other social medias. So as you see here, I'm in feeds, and down on this left-hand side, feeds is that's my wall. So that's going to be anything I did with any record, and any record that I'm following is going to be in this feed. So anything that's happening with my records, So you can see, I mean, I'm the only one in my system, so it's all me. But if you're working in a multi-user environment, it'd be a great little tool to see, just kind of go run through your feeds and see what different people are doing. It's also a great way to set up a group chat. So right here I have 2 groups defined. We just have, team A, team B. And so you configure that group chat, and then you can just chat with those people in the team. So I just set up an example here, where you can get messages out, ask questions. Again, it's, kind of like a group chat thing, and you can have multiple groups going. You can also follow records. So let me pop into a record. So if I open a record that I don't own, I'm going to see this little follow button on over here in this upper right hand corner, and all I have to do is click on that, and I'm now following that. So if I go back into feeds and I look at followed by me, I'm going to see that record that I just chose and other records that have been selected in the past. This little icon is basically just identifies what type of record it is. So that's an account. These are contacts. Lead is like a little red target. So now I have this list of records that I follow, and I can filter them by owner. So I can just say all, and now you can see what the lead icon looks like. And I can also filter by module if I just want to see the lead records I follow or the account records I follow. So this gets helpful when you're following a lot of records and you want to zero in on one that you want to see. So I'm just going to keep that at all for now. And so then I can click on the record. And now over here, oops, I'm going to click on this one. Oh, clicked on the wrong thing. Don't click on the name, because then that will actually open up the record in a different window. So you need to kind of click off over here. And what this gives me is 3 tabs of information about this particular record. So the info is just some kind of general information. It gives you that business card information that's at the top of the record. It shows you all the different followers. And then it gives you information about potentials, activities, or notes that are in that record. The next thing is a timeline view, and this will just show you in a timeline fashion various activities or things that have happened to this record. And then the last one is conversations. So if there's any social interaction that has happened with this record, that would appear here. Mail, as you can see, there's some mail interaction that has popped in. And then any open cases, where if you recall, cases in CRM are, that's the customer support piece of Zoho CRM. Cases are like a trouble ticket or an issue that a particular customer is having. So it's really great to just, to be able to go to one place and look at all the records you're interested in very quickly and just kind of see where they're all standing. You can also set up auto follow rules in feeds where, let's go ahead and open that up. So I can create an auto follow rule, give it a name, pick a module, and then specify any kind of criteria, very similar to how you set up views and reports. It's the same criteria function. So I can choose any, maybe I want to follow all the records, all the leads that are coming in from New Jersey. So I would pick state is New Jersey. And I want to say that I want the record creator, and then I just create, oops, I need to give it a name, demo, and then I'm just going to go ahead and create that. And then I have that rule. So I don't have to go seek out the records. I can just create a rule, and then those will automatically be followed and put in my feeds list. Okay, so that's a little bit about feeds. Another handy little tool to quickly review information that you're interested in. Okay, now I'm going to move on to campaigns. So I've got my campaigns tab open. And again, if you're not familiar, campaigns is another Zoho application. that integrates very nicely with your CRM. And you use it to do email marketing, very similar to a Constant Contact or a MailChimp, only you get free integration with your CRM. So it's a great addition to the CRM. Okay, so here is a sample of a email campaign that has been sent. And again, it's a demo, so we send it to 4 people. We get all the reporting on that. So let me go to the summary. So once you send a campaign out, you get all this great data about what happened to it, where in the world people opened it, opened by time frame graph. There's a lot of great reporting involved. But the thing I really want to focus on in this particular tip is follow-up campaigns. So you send a campaign out, and you can see who opened, who clicked, who did whatever. And a lot of times there's an additional message that you want to send based on how people responded. So the chain campaign, that's this little icon here, I can go ahead and add a chain campaign. And that's going to go to all the people that didn't open my original campaign. So I can give it a name. Give it a subject line. And I can start with a clone of the original email I sent, which is always a good place to start because if they didn't open it, they didn't see it. And then I can go ahead and save that. And it brings me into my new email campaign, starting out with my old email campaign. And then I can go ahead and just set that up just like I would have done an original campaign, and follow through with that. It's giving me this error because I don't have recipients because everybody that I sent the email to opened it. So you want to look at your stats, of course, before you do that, to make sure that you do have people that didn't open it. So that's again a great little tool to, if you send out a mass email to 100 people and maybe half the people didn't open it, you can quickly follow up those unopened recipients by just clicking on that and creating a chain campaign. As a bonus tip, you can also target people that did open your email. So those are always good to follow up with as well. And so you can quickly go to this send mail to open recipients. And then that's going to open this window. And again, you'll give it a name and a subject and create the next campaign to then follow up with the people that actually opened your email, to send, target a message to them and reach out further. So I'm just going to cancel that. Okay, so those are my 3 tips for today. Get back into here. Just bear with me for a sec. Yep, there we go. So those are my 3 tips for today. I really appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you tune in again next month for more great Zoho CRM tips. Thanks. Have a great day.